Okay, I'm making a duck decoy today. And I basically just made it out of some t-shirt material, some plastic foam, a Ziploc bag, and some of this type of foam. Used duct tape and I just kind of formed it into a duck shape. I have a rough drawing of what the shapes of the head and the body are supposed to look like. This is going to be a mallard. So it floats because it's made out of foam and it's in a bag that has air trapped in it. And I needed a way to paint it so that it looks realistic. So I opted for fabric around the body, and I was going to use fabric on the head. But instead I went with masking tape because it's too difficult to get the head shape covered with fabric. So I'm hoping the paint will take to the head. Where I'm at now, because it's just a round shape and it'll be top heavy, if it goes in the water it'll tip over, so it needs to be bottom heavy. I have an old Kydex sheath here, and I just took some old pennies and I'm going to slide them in like this just to add some weight. Tape them inside the sheath like so. Then I cut a slit down here in the bottom, and then this will just kind of slide in depending on, yeah, I think I want it to go like that. Or maybe like that. Okay, so it's going to go like that. And then I'll just take some thread. I'll sew up that end. So now it'll be bottom heavy. And it'll basically just sink kind of halfway down in the water the way a duck's body does in real life. So you won't see that part anyways, it'll be underwater. So I'll probably do a part 2 once I paint it. We'll see how realistic it looks. I just kind of wanted to show you this process where I'm at right now. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, here's the finished mallard duck decoy. Got it all painted in the sink here, floating in water, testing it out. Seems to be working pretty good. It's got good balance, good flotation. It's not going to tip over even if it's windy. It's going to right itself. It's definitely got plenty of buoyancy, so it's not going to sink or anything. The whole thing's made of foam and air and tape, so it's going to definitely continue to float. The only bad thing is that it is made of fabric. The exterior on the body is fabric, so that probably won't last forever. But take it out, dry it out, it should be fine for a while. I just used acrylic paint. See, I got some designs here. Tried to mimic what an actual mallard looks like as best I could, but when you're painting on masking tape and a t-shirt, it's kind of difficult to get everything right. But I just wanted to get the basic colors. Try to get as accurate as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. But I think it came out pretty good. I may make another one of a hen. This is a drake, obviously. But I think especially from a distance, it's going to be pretty effective to draw them in. And considering the cost of this was basically free, because I just made it out of scrap materials and paints that I already had, it's a lot better than what actual decoys cost, because they can be very expensive. Even the cheap ones are like $20 or $30 a decoy. So get the upper view of it here. This is kind of what the ducks would see when they're coming in. But I mainly wanted to see that green head, the brown, the gray, yellow beak, so it's recognizable as a duck. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. But if they see that floating in an area that they normally come to anyways, they're definitely going to feel comfortable landing there. And I recently moved to an area that's a wetland, so it's got ducks and geese. So that's why I'm doing this now. So I'll eventually be hunting those and using them. But yeah, it floats pretty good. I'm gonna tie a little loop to the bottom so I can put a piece of string on it to keep it from floating away when I'm out in the field. But that weight I put in the bottom works as a pretty good keel. And you can see it's definitely not perfect. I mean, you got the fabric bunched up over here, but I think it's going to be good enough. Alright, just wanted to show you guys this one. Appreciate the views and comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.